When the warden came to inspect the man's cell, he noticed a flaw in the mortar and couldn't resist poking it with his key, exactly where the man had been digging for days. The man was nervous, fearing that the warden might discover his plan, but he had to keep a calm expression. He couldn't let the warden see anything amiss. The man calmly replied, "You'd better fix that. I don't want to take the blame." The warden left without questioning further. The man knew all his efforts to dig through the wall had been in vain. It was Saturday, and he wouldn't be able to dig through the wall in 2 days. If the maintenance worker came to check, his escape plan would be exposed, so he had to come up with a new escape plan within 48 hours. Otherwise, he'd have no chance. After observing, he realized he could reach the building's roof by climbing over the fence and then sliding down to the next floor. Then he could escape the same way he'd planned before. The fence was covered with barbed wire and stood 5 meters high. How would he get over it? The man tore his bed sheets and quickly braided them into a long, sturdy rope. Then he fashioned a hook from a piece of metal and tied it to the end of the rope. He wrapped newspapers around a rod and connected them to make a long pole. The top part was turned into a support for the rope. He secured the equipment to his body, then put on his prison uniform to hide everything. When the time came, the man headed to the exercise yard. This was his only chance to escape. From the camera's positions, he had analyzed the red zone as a blind spot. The guards in the cell couldn't see the area behind them. The man figured the best place to climb the wall was above the camera. The cameras couldn't see it, and neither could the guards. So he quickly assembled the pole, attached the rope to the top support, raised the pole, and hooked the rope onto the barbed wire. Then he quickly climbed the rope. But the barbed wire blocked his way. The man had no choice. If he was discovered, the consequences would be disastrous. Without hesitation, he took off his jacket, covered the barbed wire, and climbed over. Finally, he jumped over the fence and escaped.